Really glad to have you here. Central American Refugee Center is 2 blocks away from here. Over the past 3 decades, CARECEN, the Central American Refugee Center, has served thousands of immigrants in Brentwood and Bayshore and the surrounding areas. After the last mass immigration legalization on Long Island of 20,000 Salvadorans in the early 1990s, a study found that they had a 40% increase in earnings within 6 months by these newly documented people, and a direct contribution in increased state and federal taxes paid by the formerly undocumented. Over the years, these people are now becoming citizens, really virtually as they become eligible to become citizens. They become citizens, and many of them have become homeowners. Assuming comprehensive immigration reform occurs, how will a new legalization enhance the local economy in the Brentwood Central Islip area? And what steps will you take to speed up the integration of those receiving provincial immigrant status to maximize the benefits for the local community?
That's a very, perhaps the most significant question that we face is how we address it. And let me start at the outset by telling you, I fully agree with you on the benefits of immigration. I always feel that immigrants make the best Americans. Maybe each generation after that we get a bit lazy, but it's the first generation that are really the hardest, and they make the greatest contributions to the country. There's no doubt about it. As far as revitalizing neighborhoods, starting businesses, and have that sense of daring that's really essential. Now, having said that, I believe that we have to do all we can to ensure that legalization is, that immigration is legal. Only it's not fair for those who are waiting online to have those come ahead of them. I also realize the reality is that we have now 11 million, it was 13 million at one time. The only concern I would have with the immigration bill, if I can be assured that there is going to be real security in there, so that we're not facing 10 years from now another 10 to 13 million illegal immigrants, then I will support the bill. As far as how we facilitate people moving into the economy or moving into society or moving towards citizenship once legalization comes about, I would do all I can. There's no sense having people living in the shadows. Once the law is passed, we have to do all we can to implement it. Again, I'm a grandson of immigrants. I grew up in an immigrant community. I've been with immigrants all my life. I have certainly, I strongly support legal immigration. My concern with illegal immigration is we have to have a very good idea as to who's in the country and who's not. And that's really the, there's nothing to do with the individuals themselves. 99% of immigrants, legal or illegal, are good people. But for the purpose of a society, everything has to be done to make it as legal as we possibly can. And that's what I'm working toward. But again, any position we have on illegal immigration, I don't think anyone can ever find anything I've said in any way critical of immigration per se, or certainly of legal immigrants or of immigrant communities.